Hello, good morning and good evening. It depends from where you are right now. Maybe it's USA or western part of Europe, maybe eastern part of Europe, or maybe Asia or Central Asia. Doesn't matter because we are live with Mauro Martinez, Mitchell Lupi, and also me, your host to your happiness or maybe not, Michael Swetly. Life doesn't usually tap you on the shoulder before something important happens. There is no notification that says your life is about to shift. You're just living your day, ordering coffee, scrolling your smartphone, running late, minding your own chaos, and suddenly a moment arrives that changes the direction of everything. A call you didn't expect, a person you were looking for, a chance to feel too random to be real, a delay that saves you, a mistake that reveals something essential. We call these things conditions. We laugh and say, wow, what are the odds? But deep down, it feels like something else is happening. Something with a rhythm, something with intention, something that knows the exit moment to appear. Tonight, or not tomorrow, this morning on Kazi Chaos, we are diving into timing, not the timing of shadows or plans, but the timing of life itself, the strange, quiet, perfectly imperfect patterns that guide us in ways we barely notice. And joining me, two people who have lived through strange patterns, two storytellers, two observers, two humans who know how to listen to the world. Okay, so the first topic is what is timing? As we know, is it invisible rhythm, emotional clocks, the difference between planning and argument? How do you think life has timing, or do we only see it when we look back? What do you think?
I guess I'll go first. You can, I guess, look at life in the way, if you just want to look at it as a mechanism. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession, and we like to look at things as, A causes B, but we don't always know the chances of what A is going to be. So, how can you even predict B? So it's like, you have your chances and your odds of something happening. It's like whatever, 50,000 to 1 at one particular moment. But as everything gets closer to the moment of it happening, your odds eventually become 1 of 1. So you can look at all these things that seem random, but, and as far as we're concerned, all that matters is what happens in the end.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, Mauro, what
That's
about
very
you?
interesting. That's very interesting because this topic is always a recurrent topic when I was talking with my friends. Because yeah, as Mike was saying, this life you cannot control it, so you cannot say when this kind of stuff is going to happen. This call, this accident, this whatever that's instantly change your life. So I always remember about this topic. One person that I met, that he always said, keep a 10% of your energy for the moment that you get at home. Why? Because we spend the whole day at work, like working. You spend your whole energy. Then you get at home and you just want to rest. But we don't know what is at home. You don't know if you have to keep working. You don't know if there is an accident. And this person, I always was like, this guy is crazy. How can you keep a 10% of your energy for home when you just want to rest at home. And this happened to me like one day I just arrived like at 3 a.m. In the morning. A long day. I was working as a chef cooking. And I arrived home, I took a shower, and then my cousin, she came suddenly. And she came with the bad news that my brother, he was in the hospital, at the hospital, and he was in a surgery for a skull trauma. And I had to go to the hospital at that moment. I was crashed. I was really, really tired. I was working in a shift like 18 hours. So at that moment, I remember that person, like that 10% that you need in these cases. So we never know. But my only advice is keep a 10% for that extra time
Mhm.
because you will need it
Okay.
someday.
Because for me, timing is something like, procrastination, about the planning your day, but it's something very strange because sometimes time is just going very slowly. For example, in the queue, when you just go to the hospital, for example, or in airport and you're waiting for something, you just, what the fuck, I'm staying here, I want to go. What happened with the time? And another side, you just grow up and see that, what the fuck, it was my jacket? Really? It was my jacket? What the fuck? It was yesterday. Oh no. Right now it's already small. So, and timing always feels clearer in hindsight. When you're inside the moment, it feels random. Only later do you realize how pieces were quietly filling in a moment. Maybe timing is the universe's way of stitching events together without showing the thread. So it's a very magical thing in our world, as I see. So let's go to another question. Another question is, why do random moments feel like turning points? Why do some small random events stay with us for years? Because sometimes the smallest things hit the deepest part of us. A phrase, a song, someone appearing at the perfect second. Not because the moment was big, but because we were ready. And timing is often about emotional release, not change. So, as we know, the psychology of noticing how small choices become big consequences and memory deciding what matters. So, why? Why do random moments feel like turning points? Mauro, please go ahead.
Yes, teacher. Okay, random moments. I guess it's about the mystery of like the unknown. Like it's something that surprises you. It's something that it gives you this moment of adrenaline that you seize at that moment. So I think that's how we appreciate more the random effect of things or situations that we have in life. It's very interesting that randomly you meet someone you were not like planning. I don't know, you go to the green mall here in Astana and then you meet someone and you spend 8 hours with this person randomly. So that's something that you say that I'm crazy, like what, when was the last time I did this? Never. So it's something that surprised you. I feel it's a mystery, the surprising, like what it gives us this kind of feeling. So that's how I take it.
Interesting. Very interesting point. Mitchell, what about you?
I mean, it depends on your paradigm, but I'm a Christian, so personally, I could always say, "Oh, it's not random. That was God's plan all along." And
Okay.
we're like you said, if you believe it's the universe with that thread, stitching things together that you don't see, because I feel like that is really the religious and to some extent superstitious tendency that we have, is to take things that may not seem like they're actually related and just try and sometimes it comes together, sometimes you have to like really put it together in your mind to point towards, make those connections. And you guys have studied languages before, so I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but sometimes you'll have like a new vocabulary word, and then like 3 times throughout the day you'll hear the exact same word. It'll be like, you feel like you've never heard it before, and then suddenly you're noticing it everywhere. There's an effect for that, or a name for that effect, and I totally forgot what it was, but I was talking about it with my friends the other day. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
bar-
It
the
can be
butterfly.
some obscure word, or even the name of a person, or some historical event, whatever it is, and suddenly it seems like everybody's talking about it.
Once upon a time, I heard about it. My friend just told me, got an effect. I say, what? Got an effect? So, also, I want to say some additional thing, like sometimes I can hear from my, for example, parents, or from my friends, that they say, "Oh, our life is something like big Netflix series. So everything has a personal script for what you need to do, what you will to do, and what you did, and therefore it's something like natural, and we can do nothing with this, and it's always very interesting, like this moment just go in our real life, and it's very excited
Yeah,
always.
there's another side to that. We call it, where you talked about, the
Yeah,
analogy of a Netflix series. We call it main character syndrome,
yeah, yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you think you're the main character in every story, even if you're a side character. And it's funny. I heard somebody somewhere say that people in Italy all act like they're the main character outside. It's like I can just yell at people in the street and get all this attention, or I can just walk across the street. Nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm the main character. I think.
Did you watch this meme on internet about it? Lady just go to taxi, and driver just ask her, "So where you want to go? Home. I want to go home." like me, and he just, "What the fuck you think I know where's your home? What the fuck? It's New York." Yeah, Mauro, you want to say something? She said,
No, no, just
no.
just thinking about what you were saying, and no, just I think that
Okay.
I was thinking about this is like an idea, but it's more about time. Like maybe things randomly is like, well, time is endless, but we are mortals, so that's why maybe we appreciate more these kind of moments. So that
Uh,
was it. Thinking about.
Once upon a time, when I was in a party with my friends, we just were drunk a little bit, and they just say, "One second. If I'm not main character in this life, maybe I'm the second." And everybody just, what the fuck? Just, it's something. For example, if voice inside of your hand is you, so who is listening?
Mm.
You just so like this, yeah, it's very shocked facts, yeah. So the next topic is the science and the chaos of gut feeling. Sub subtopics, for example, is intuition, as pattern recognition, instinct, for example, conditions, timing that feels right before you understand why. Sometimes our body chooses before our mind catch up. You fill up a pull, a warming, a spark long before logic arrives. Maybe intuition is timing's first language. So, do you think intuition is just timing our brain understands before we do? Or maybe
Mhm.
it's something like uh, big shit, and we need to say some way. I don't know. You can try just to think about another allegorical thing
No, that's
to
such a good
describe it.
question too, and
Yeah.
it really goes even to like the heart of how we define words and concepts. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you can take it to absurdity. Even you have the intuition of okay, this is a cup. Well, what is a cup?
So big.
It's like yeah,
I
oh
would, I
yeah,
would,
yeah.
I would just go with the
Mine is
basic.
very little.
Spider-Man. I will go with the basic. Spider-Man. Man, that's the best intuition. Just feel
Okay.
your spines.
Yeah,
Just
spider senses.
yeah. That's like women. They have like a 7 cents. I think we have like a 7.5. I don't know. There is something that when your body tells you, like you feel it. You feel that there is something wrong. There is something not good, or you have a good feeling too. You have like it is the right thing to do. So follow your heart all the time. Even if your mind is kind of like thinking, overthinking, like follow your heart.
Yeah.
That's gotten me into some trouble in the past listening to my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. And also Spider-Man, um, in jokes in Russian language, we sometimes say Spooderman.
Let's put it
It's
in.
something like unknown brother, little brother of Spider-Man. He has a very big chest and go somewhere and just try to do something, but always destroy everything. Yeah, it's something like unhappy guy in the world. So in our culture, I don't know why and how it just great in the nation, but everybody knows about Spooderman.
Put it, man. I would check on that.
Okay, so we can go. I think to another topic, but timing and why it still shapes us. As we know, bad timing hurts, but it's honest. It shows you who you are without the comfort of perfect patience and perfect conditions. But timing builds resilience, patience, clarity. It forces you into growth much faster than good timing ever could. And also, it's like simple example when in the past, every day you with your best friend go somewhere together in the hospital, in the school time, something. But one day it just destroyed, and you just don't talk with this guy. But you remember all of this, and but your squire, like life squire, just also shaped, and you can do nothing. So. Have you ever felt like something arrived at the worst possible time, but ended up teaching you something essential? Uh huh.
You go.
Yeah, it just sounds
You
for
go.
me
You need
like
to think.
wow.
You need to think about it.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot easier looking.
I can give you something like points to think more over. For
Deep.
example, meeting the right person at the worst moment, opportunities arriving too early or too late, emotional apprehensions.
I mean, I feel like we all experienced some of that. With the last 5 years, everybody's had plans that were completely thrown upside down.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, one thing that was supposed to be really good for me was, during the pandemic, was whenever we were ready to, return to classes. And the whole entire time, I was so ready for it. Whenever we're online, even doing, these meetings, I was giving flashbacks to our Zoom classes that we did. And I was so ready for it to be over. But then my grandfather passed away, and I was going through a lot of stress and turmoil. And the city where I was going to school, Philadelphia here in the States, was every day. It felt like every day I was looking at the news. It felt like things were getting worse in the city. It felt,
Mm.
you can see the updates on the map of the crime, and they were getting like closer and closer to my apartment where I was going to be living. And that moment of finally being able to leave the online world and head back into uh, classes in person was like the worst possible time. And I just remember it was the first time in my life I'd had panic attacks. Was on my flight back from Italy, where my father and I were helping settle things from my grandfather passing away. And I was sitting there, like grasping on the armrests of the plane, like freaking out about everything was going wrong, and it was these things that should have been good. Like it should have been great. I hated Zoom classes, and now it was over, and I should have been happy with it, but the circumstances just made things so much worse. But it taught me a lot of resilience because you know the graduation plans in my life was going to get so much better, but I'm still kind of reeling from the decision I made not to finish my classes because I don't think no because the job market here looking for new because I just finished finally my degree this year, but it's so difficult trying to get a good engineering job right now, and I just still and I guess you said what's the lesson to be learned from that, and I'm still trying to learn it. So maybe ask me the same question next year and I'll have a better answer for you. I am still figuring
Okay.
that out.
Next year, I need to repeat. Okay, okay. Mauro, what about you?
Well, bad timing. Okay, we all have been struggling with this, like everyone. Like, there is no good timing for bad news or bad situations in life. So, we will always have bad timing because even if we didn't have, like, at the moment that some of these events occur to us, even if we didn't have like bad timing, at the moment that we start to have a situation that it is not good for us, so the bad timing starts. I think that it depends of how you take life or how you live, how you your mindset. Okay, in your situation, yeah, I totally see your it was bad, and I know you're struggling, and you will continue because life is like this. It's not like it's not good. There is shit around, so we have to deal with it. We have to take care of everything and take control. So I will totally recommend the control mindset shift. So uh, the the idea here is to try to don't react to the bad timing. Okay, you get the bad timing. Okay, you are in the situation, you deal with it, but don't let that this introduce you to the snowball effect. So because when we have like a bad time, it's like we start to not seeing like good things. It's just, oh, this is bad, and then after, oh, this is bad too, and then but we are not analyzing like maybe okay, I have this bad situation, but I have food at home, I have a good job, I have, or no, maybe I don't have a good job, but I have like a good place to live, I have family, like I have friends, I have a girlfriend. I don't know. We have to give more importance to the things that we have, not to the bad timing. Because if you focus on bad timing, yeah, you will be like you will live miserable. Like
Yeah, because a bad mindset just it's almost like a snowball rolling down a hill. It's like the more the negativity you put into it, the bigger it gets and the harder it is to stop. So
yeah,
so like you're saying that control mindset is sort of like you know putting a big rock in the
yeah,
middle of the
Yeah.
snowball, so that way
yeah,
you can stop it from going down and getting any bigger because you can easily feed into your problems. It's like you take a bad event and there it's hard to have that control mindset, but it's just so easy to just downward spiral from there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, of course. For me in life, is like what's the worst that could happen? It's okay, death. Of course, that's the worst to everyone. Like family, friends. I don't know, and but that's inevitable. So we cannot control it. We have to grieve. We have to keep going, and we have to be there because we have to live. We don't. I mean, I'm really sorry for your loss, but and I have lost my grandpa, my grandparents. They passed away a long time ago, and but life doesn't stop there. I mean, you have to keep going. Yes, we grieve, we miss them, we have to keep, because if we don't keep going, we are not going to get stuck in there. Like you don't die with them. You just have to keep going.
We say it. If something like this happened, not we die with them, but this will eat us. We say like this. Yeah. If you don't already just pass away all of this, and just say okay, I just let you go in from my mind, and but I remember, but right now already I can live with this and be okay, but okay. But if not, these feelings just eat me, and
Mm,
I will die like inside, like my soul
mm.
will die, and after this I will die. So it's something like this in our culture. So it's very interesting. Interesting your positions in this question. It's very interesting. Yeah, thank you.
No, I don't try that everyone has to think like me. Like okay, but it's not like that. Like how I think it's life. It's the cycle of life. It's like we know we are here just for time. It's time is endless, as I told you. But we're mortals, so we are here. We have to take all what we have and live the experience. Try to not rush. Try to just enjoy the moments. Try to live the moments, and yeah, this is part of life. As
Yeah,
the Lion King taught us when we were very kids, the cycle of life. So it is what it is.
I like Mufasa too.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah,
Who doesn't?
as Mufasa,
Yeah.
as Mufasa told me once, in the movie, to this cartoon movie from Disney, you need to be ready to everything.
Yeah,
So,
you.
and I tried, but nothing happened if nothing happened in my life. But he just say try and go in, and for me it's like damn, here we go again. I'm just trying to go more and more and more. So
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
cry
it's
with the
funny.
Lion.
Yeah, it's funny with the. I think the Lion King is a very interesting
yeah,
example of that, just
Yeah,
because of the way Mufasa talks about the circle of life and how everything has its place and its time, and then there's the sidetrack where Simba gets put
because
into the oasis and gets distracted by Timon and Pumbaa who just sing Hakuna Matata, no worries. But it's like maybe it's not like we should be anxious of death, but we should, know our place within the circle of life. We talk in, the Orthodox Christian world, we say Vechne Apamnit, or, memory eternal. It's like there's only so much we can do on this side of, we're, like you said, we're mortal. We only have a certain stretch of time, but you want to set up your life in the way that you make the most of an impact on positive impact, I should say, a good impact, because it's easy. You can definitely make a bad impact on what's to come, but you want to make sure that your legacy and your place within the circle of life is in a way that keeps things going better and better.
we will be fucked when the cycle of life in the movies, Sinbad will die. When
no,
he dies, we are dead.
And the circle falls
This-
over.
the circle is getting to us
it's
like it is.
interesting. It's interesting that
Our, our
my
kids, our kids will be like, in Lion King 10 parts, Simba died. Oh my god, and we will be, oh my god,
No way! Who could have seen this coming?
and there is Pumbaa. What the fuck?
what?
What the fuck? It's,
Mufasa, who was that?
Ah,
Mufasa? Yeah, who is Mufasa? You don't know Mufasa? Ah,
Well,
yeah.
nowadays they aren't even making sequels to these movies. They just make the live action remakes.
And I do
Well,
know about, but as you know, after some years, in on a disc type, you could find mistakes moments where just Mufasa say, "Hello, my son." Hello, my son. No, no. Again. Hello, my son. What the fuck is he? Hello, my son. Mufasa is Mufasa. Yeah. So let's go to another question. We have only 3 questions more, and this episode will finish. So, yeah.
Only.
Uh, Unfortunately today, yes, because
what? We're just gonna
Mitchell time is very late, and we we can't say so. Okay, let's go more 2 or 3 hours.
It's Friday night, boys. I'm ready for the long haul.
No, no,
We're
no.
just getting
Friday
started.
night in your country, but in our country, it's
I
already
already
Sunday.
We can keep like this the whole day. I already party. I drank a lot. I have bachata. I have salsa. I have all dancing. So I'm
But you
okay.
don't have
There we go.
Fernet. You don't have Fernet. You
That's
have
the best
everything
way
in
to
this.
work through a hangover. Is you talk it out, right?
Mufasa says me, I can't do this. Therefore I do.
I am going to take the whiskey breakfast. Wait a second.
Hakuna Matata. Life is great.
No worries, indeed. Oh, what do we?
Oh, Chivas.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Good stuff. Nice. I don't know if this is a good sign, Michael. He's only been talking to us for 25 minutes and he already needs a drink. Oh wait, what are you drinking there?
Now I'm feeling better. I charge my energy.
Only water.
Okay,
Only
good.
water.
I was worried that I was making you both start drinking.
This is Coca-Cola. Don't worry.
Coca-Cola.
For all the kids that are watching.
Yeah.
More better than Sprite. Okay. Conditions, destiny, or story making. Humans can stand the idea of randomness, so we create stories, but sometimes the pattern is too pressed, too personal, too strange to ignore. Maybe meaning isn't something we add, maybe it's something we uncover. So, humans searching for patterns, the emotional need for meaning, randomness, instead narrative instinct. Do you think conditions are real, or do we give them meaning because we need life to feel connected? What the fuck? Mufasa.
Mufasa.
I think it's some of both. I think there are two ways that, especially in the modern world of looking at stories, you have like a book that is written by an author, A follows B follows C. But nowadays, I don't know if any of you have played like the tabletop games. I haven't actually played, but Dungeons and Dragons, where you have your random dice that figures out how each move is going to go. Everything is random, right? But at the end of the day, you have that ability to create stories out of it. Some of which are as entertaining, at least if you're in the middle of the game, can be more entertaining than reading a book. And so, really, because I could just pull the Christian answer again and say it's all God's answer. He's the one that authors everything, but there is that level of chaos and uncertainty, at least from our perspective.
But if you follow your exam, for example, the first question is what the fuck. The second question, again, and the third question, why. So you trying to find what the fuck happened. Why? And you can say just, okay, I will repass again this exam and I will prepare more better. No, you say why. When we try to explain everything in our life, and it's very something like sentimental.
I think in this case, proactivity will be like the answer to these events. Because now I was thinking about this story. I don't remember very well. It was like kind of a joke, and it is a joke that is a person who is a believer, and he was in the desert, and he was like, God, God, send, please, I need water, and then started to rain, and he was like, no, God, just send me a very fresh and cold bottle of water. And then he get to a lake, but the lake was like very small. And then he said, oh, God, you don't understand. And God at the end, I send you all you asked. And say, yes, but I need it. And when he died and passed away and he went to the heaven, God, why you didn't help me? He was like, I send you rain. I send you the lake. Why you didn't do anything? So it is, we need to be more proactive like in life. And I think like yes, the why this happened to me, why it is bad, why is it good, but you need to do something. It's not like because no, people say like yes, I believe in God because I have been in Islamic countries, and they are like yeah, God will provide. Yes, God will provide, but you sitting at home, you will not do anything. Like it's not like He's going to bring food to your table. Yes, it is the destiny. It is what it is because God help you. But you have to be proactive. You have to do something. If you don't do it,
I don't
it's
know
just
why. I don't know. With every questions that said Mauro just asking, it sounds like Mufasa. God, send me the water. I give you Mufasa. I don't know why you start this, Mauro. Sorry for this.
no. But I just talk about you did the question, and I just had this. This is a it's a very funny joke, but I was thinking like yes, I send the water in another kind of like solutions, but no, I didn't understand it, so I go heaven. So
Okay, okay. So, what about Mitchell? You want to say something?
Yeah. That I really like the way that you said that, Mauro. It's like,
Okay.
we may, even if our prayers are directly answered, even if we get exactly what we need, sometimes it's not the way that we expect it to be. So we need to take that randomness, as Michael so eloquently put it, that what the fuck.
yeah,
And then we take that, and once we see it for not just something that happens to us, but can happen for us. And, it's we mentioned earlier that taking control of it,
yeah,
stopping the bad things where and stop them from getting worse. Or if it's a good thing and it's a blessing, then we take it and make it better. Because we don't have control over everything that happens to us. We just have control over what we do.
hmm.
I feel like that really is the point of praying and asking for these things, is because we're talking to God. We're not talking to a genie that's going to give us all of our wishes. It's like we still are agents, and we have I think we have free will, but that's a question for another time. We're not doing philosophy. It's like we have that question: am I going to just leave this in the what the fuck state, or am I actually going to do something with it and use it to make things better? Because
Because
I find
sometimes,
myself
because sometimes when something happened with me, like big shit, I just say, "Cause this is a fucking shit," and I go somewhere, and I just have this problem. Like I want.
Yeah, that's our first reaction. Like, okay, it is bad. What? And then you
What
you say,
happened with?
what the
But what?
it's like it's something bad, but the reaction is like you need to have a reaction. Sometimes we take like a short time for the reaction for the
Okay.
proximity, and sometimes we are like, what the heck? And then we stay there like, yeah, yeah. Oh, you don't have like a place to live? Yeah, I have been like this 10 years, like this 10 years. Why? Why don't you solve that issue? No,
It's
I don't have a job.
it's
Why?
very interesting topic because when something happen in the USA, for example, in the movies, what we can say, uh, are you kidding me? Stuff like this, or what the fuck? In, for example, post-Soviet regions here, when something happens like this, they say, not what the fuck, they say, what the heck?
Hmm.
Always. Or, are you serious? Yeah, Mauro, what says in Cuba when something happens like this? Or
Eso
Spain?
está, eso está de pinga.
I know that in Argentina they say boludo without any reasons. If something
No,
happens
so
like this,
it's like a very bad word, but
yeah.
it's talking about, of course, like
Yeah.
the organ reputations.
Yeah, it just explains everything by one
Yeah,
word.
but it can be very good, but also it can be very bad. Like
Yes,
as a
yes, yeah.
is like that's very good. That's wow. That's ocean class now. But also can be like floja,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
floja, floja.
Okay, let's talk about the almost moments, the timings that didn't happen. Every almost feelings like a ghost life, a life that could have been real. Timing is a quiet architect. It chooses which version becomes your story, and which remains a shadow. Near misses, alternate versions of life, emotional, parallel, timeless. Do you think about the lives we didn't live because timing shifts by 1 minute? For example, if I will go in a time on the exam. I will just pass this exam okay or not okay, but my life will change and I will get new job, or maybe I will have a nice relation with my parents and they will give me money to travel. And after this, I will just create an architect career like traveler or photographer or something like this. But if not, if I just be late to the exam, my life just destroyed, and then and go to second way, and I will have a bad relation with my parents. I don't have so easy job. I'll need to study more and more and be, for example, lawyer, or maybe a legal attorney, or maybe just coffee prepare I say barista, yeah, for example, or pizza courier. So it's very interesting question. We don't know everything our future, but it happened always with us, and every moment something changed in our lives. What do you think?
I think in this case, like the what if effect, it's kind of a regret that we always have. It's like we try to go to past and analyze things to be better in the future. So the what if, I don't like to really get stuck in things that I already took decisions, because as much as we said, if I had this experience before, I could change it. It's not true. You cannot change it. The past is there. So, well, unless that the time machine be created and then Terminator we will end like, well, Skynet and all these stories end with the end of civilization or our civilization. I think that you cannot change it. So, while living in the past, maybe if I have a parallel world idea, will be like more thinking about the future, like, but it will become so. People always say like, "Do you have dreams?" And say like, "Yeah, I can have dreams. Like maybe I am floating in space, or maybe I'm traveling to another planet. Things that they are very improbable. Those are my dreams. But if my dream is, let's say, I'm traveling to Kazakhstan, so for me, in the moment that it is a dream, that it is visible, for me, it's more like a goal. So I think about goals. I'm very pragmatic in this way because I like to set goals, not changing path or thinking in alternative life. Of course, I think about it because I thought there was a movie very famous a long time ago, and this guy he was living like alternate parallel worlds, and now we have the Avengers. We have a lot of movies like they have like and they give you the ideas, but I don't really get stuck in these parallel worlds. Okay, it is what it is. It is my reality. My path is also my reality, and my future it is uncertain. So why should I do? Then I focus on that.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that, uh, for example, I have a real example with my friend. One friend of my friend just suggests him to go to job position at his company with very nice salary, and my friend just say, "Okay, okay, I need to think," yeah, and just disappeared. And in the same time, he hasn't been any company. He just stay home and lie in the bed. And when just time is out, my friend of the friend say me that, oh, you know, he's disappeared. I can't find him. I don't see him on chats or social media. Nothing happened, and I don't know why. I just suggest him nice salary, nice job. I found for him. It would be very easy job, and he just disappeared. And another guy got this position in his company and has this salary, very big salary. So in this case, he just lost uh, this chance to be happy and have nice position in this company, nice salary, nice opportunity to live in Kazakhstan with a great chance, and he just loses, like, I don't know, I'm in depression, and we don't know how long time he needs to uh, change his life like this way. I mean, like to reach to get this chance again. So, and in this case, it's not like, oh, I just be late on this exam and my life destroyed. It's something like you think that it's a little thing in our universe, and something like subatom or atom, yeah, and you just it's something like, okay, I'll decide this later, but it's so paradoxal that it's it looks like very little thing in our nowadays, but if just think like something big, it's a very big key and problem in our lives. Mitchell, please.
Yeah, I guess it's so hard for us not to think of the things that we've lost. But do you guys ever think of the times whenever something really bad could have happened, and things. I feel like we so often think of times whenever we were so close to something bad happened or something dangerous that we made it out of, that we don't really stop and think of the blessings that we have. How lucky we are to be okay after some of these things too. Because it's so easy to think about that job we could have had that went to somebody else and what it would have been like if you had more money. But at the same time, what if I don't know, something completely out of your control? Like, what if even if for the job that you had, what would have happened if the power went out and your alarms didn't go off and you missed that? Like, that could have easily happened. So we only have so many things that we can control. It's a certain number of, it's that you mentioned that paradox almost there is between, um, the events that are and what isn't. And I always thought it would be really cool. Um, you know, I thought of the idea of an afterlife where you can almost like see all the branches for the decisions you made and you didn't make. See what would have happened if I did this, or is there like, were there any decisions that I could have made that would have ended up with me being president? Things like that. Or what would have happened if I asked that girl out, or if I decided to go and pursue my dream. Would there have been any way that I made that? I think those are. I stopped thinking about that because I feel like those are questions that we are just happier if we don't know, and it's easier. Well, it's harder actually if you don't know. You just have to go into the world and have all of those opportunities that don't exist and never will, but you have the ones that you make, and you live with that, and you make the best you can with it.
Interesting. I just looking at Mauro and Mauro. Hmm.
But I have a long beard, that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I have. You done? I have.
It could be longer, but it's not right now. But
Yeah.
no, I'm just listening, and yeah, I'm thinking that every time that you say like, what if I did this, or what it could happen, or I don't know. There is, but it didn't happen. Like, oh, what if something happened, but it didn't? There is a movie. I don't. I'm trying to remember. That's what I was thinking. Like, there was this part. Like, it was a very, pessimistic person, and he was like, "What if this happened?" And this person, I think it was like kind of a goddess, and she was like, "But it didn't." And what if
Yeah.
but it didn't. So it's like in my mind, it's like, yeah, we can, yeah, I could end the war if I push that button. Yeah, but I didn't. I didn't push it. So I didn't do it. So you cannot live like thinking in the things or mistakes. Well, we can, but we shouldn't, because thinking about something is wasting our energy or our mindset or our life in something that it's not happening. It's not going to. It's the could, but it didn't. So I was thinking about that, like at the same time that I was caressing my beloved beer.
Okay.
I feel like
So,
the only good time to think about things that didn't happen is if it makes you more grateful for the things that you do have.
for example, when you go to the interview and then you position in Japan, they say, "Okay, tell us about yourself in the past," and you just, I need to think
You need to
about.
think about
So
it.
I was like a Superman. I helped New York more better than Superman, than Spider Man, for example, and I had very nice story. Something like that. You just say, oh, and also I knew Batman. And just say, okay, guy, we just take you in this position.
Ah,
I mean about it. Mitchell say it's time to think about our past, and I just recreate my past to everybody after this.
well, I guess that it's also because I'm very positive. Like I like to be positive. I know it's when we have good experience, it is this kind of mindset. But also, if something bad happened to me, so okay, that's the worst that could happen to me. What if it could be better? No, it wasn't better. So, okay, we have to, what I was telling you, like, okay, let's move on. It's a job interview. So I didn't pass it. Okay, should I be sad? Yeah, of course, I'm mad. I'm sad because I didn't pass the interview. But it was what it was. Like, we cannot change it. So move on. Take another kind of company. Try to do your best. But people sometimes they get so stuck in this kind of moments, and it makes me feel bad because I cannot I can really switch very quick. Like I have this goal, I cannot make it. Okay, it's impossible to me. It happened, so it's not, this position is not allowed for me anymore. So why should I wait until next time that they open the position? No, just move on. Just find another job that please you, that doesn't, that give you money. Like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So the last topic: who chooses timing, us or something else? Maybe timing is a partnership. We choose the direction, but life chooses the moment we act, and life arranges. We walk, and the path appears under our feet. Effort instead flow. Surrender, and how life opens and closes the doors. Do you think we influence timing or do we just respond to it?
When you ask that question, it makes me think of it in a quote from my high school days, and it really bothers me that I can't remember who it was because I saw it every day after gym class. It was there on the walls next to the locker rooms, and I really liked it. I think it was Michael Jordan, the basketball player, who said it, but it was luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think that's the exact way um, to live. The thing is, you can't prepare for everything, but you can prepare for anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only so much. We're finite humans. There's only so much we can do. There's only so many things that we're as individuals are capable of. I'm an engineer by trade. If I tried as hard as I could probably never be a professional artist. My brain just doesn't work that way. I've tried, but at the same time, if the opportunity came and I did prepare myself, wanting to do art and get into that field, I could at least be better prepared for it, so that I would have the necessary, skills and practice to be better at it. But as far as the things we can prepare for, I guess you can choose passions and things you care about, and hopefully, to the best of your ability, those will align with the things that you're good at, and that'll make you know luck.
Yeah, yeah.
I I I think that, well, okay, now I'm kind of overthinking about it because I don't really have like an answer to myself. Because in this case, I think that both options are like correct. Like we sometimes react to time, and sometimes yeah, we live like planning and we have like a square life. But I think it's like like it's up and down. So sometimes, yes, we react. We have a situation. We have to react. We have, I don't know. It is raining. You have to put like buckets everywhere in the house because it will be like floating. So you have to put the buckets outside, just through the water outside. And sometimes it's like, okay, I have a project in life, so I prepare myself to solve this or having this kind of life or studying. And for me, it's like I'm civil engineer, so I know how to construct, and also I know how to do the projects. And I was thinking like once I did my home, my house in Cuba, I constructed, and I knew how to construct it, but I did have money. I did have money for that. But I was thinking in another time when I came to Spain and I was living in Spain, I was living with a friend, and this friend she wanted to construct her patio and do like some kind of big room. And I was like, okay, I can do it. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And I was like, how much money do you have? And she said, $100. And I said, I cannot do it. So it's like even if you have all the knowledge, there is something that maybe it doesn't let you. So in this case, like having money is like really important, like for so many things in life. I didn't want to talk about money, but yeah, sometimes it's like, okay, it doesn't matter if it is time or if you plan it or not, but you need another things to really have like whatever you want to have.
I
So
Yeah,
react.
waited.
either
I
have
waited for this moment. He just say, "I'm constructor. I'm constructor. I construct this, and also I am Mufasa." Or- it's like this Iron Man movie where he just say, I am Iron Man. He just, and also I am Mufasa.
But I love Iron Man and Batman.
Yeah.
What is their superpowers? Money. They have
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Okay, Mitchell. Sorry that we just broke your. Explain what you want to
Oh,
say.
I think I was gonna say something about the benefits of either having money,
Yeah.
rich
Yeah.
friends, or I was thinking the other day about um, mentioning having plans but no money. Back in the old days, whenever there used to be just the rich lord and he would patron artists. This is completely unrelated, but like I would love to be back in like the 1500s and just be like the designated sculptor or painter for some rich guy, where that's just like my job. Okay, I get to eat because this rich guy says that I'm good at painting. So
Because
Yeah.
Mufasa says.
as
Mufasa says.
Mufasa told me to.
Yeah, sorry guys, but it was very fun. Okay, so if you want to say some additional words, so you can say, or we can finish.
I would
Okay.
say Mufasa.
With your accent, it sounds more better. Okay. Timing isn't a shadow. It's not a plan. It's not the clock on your wall. Timing is emotional geometry, is the invisible way life aligns people, choices, lessons, and the moments exactly when they need to happen. Some moments arrive like a knock, some like a coincidence, some like Mufasa, for example, some like an interpreter, some like a gift. So, uh, but also all of them carry the same message. This is the moment you were meant to meet. Thank you all. It was Kazi Chaos, exclusively on the a-a.uk and the international streaming platform. Also, thank you to Mauro Martinez and Mitchell Lupi for giving into the quiet architect of timing and for helping us see that things don't just happen, they happen when they are meant to. Thank you.